just read the second Star Wars comic ever written, which still followed along with the movie. It was called Six Against the Galaxy. Obi-Wan saves Luke from the Tusken Raiders, teaches him about the Force a little, and then Luke discovers his parents are dead, and is like, well, nothing else for me here, time to go. Find Han Solo and Chewbacca to take them to Alderaan, and then it ends right when they go to Lightspeed. Pretty sure this one came out after the movie. Partly what makes me think that is they kind of transformed the style of Luke. Like the first couple pages, he still looked basically like he did in the last one. But over the course of just like a couple of pages, he metamorphoses into a more scrawnier looking Luke, like from the movies. There's a very early version of Jabba the Hutt, and it's like just some yellow creature thing. Looks kind of like Snively Whiplash. Oh, and has big green gloves for some reason. But I guess Jabba's scene was cut from the original movies, so the comic artist could just make him up. Just do whatever. He's some villain. Han owes him money. Whatever. Something I really appreciated throughout was the animation style. It kind of reminded me of like Thor comics or other comics from that era, like Galactus or things. Like the way they drew space always seemed to be like really colorful. Like nothing like space actually is, but just makes it seem like a mystical place. Oh yeah, one of the last things, the Millennium Falcon is flying away from 3 Imperial destroyers shooting lasers and doing flips and shit, and the Millennium Falcon looks like 3 times larger than they are. And anyone who knows anything about Star Wars knows Imperial destroyers are like way bigger than the Millennium Falcon. It was just a funny scene. It was just an odd choice artistic wise, or like maybe the artist just misinterpreted something in the script or whatever. This was fairly enjoyable, and like even those things were like enjoyable to me, even though like it was like, well, that's wrong. Something in my brain just like sets off and go like well, actually, but then something else in my brain is like, man, you just know way too much about Star Wars. You're like the biggest geek. Let's see what else. Chewbacca's in it. I mean, yeah, that's all you need. Back in the day, that was pretty much all I needed to know. When anyone was talking about something like, oh, have you seen the Star Wars Christmas special? It's horrible. It's like, well, Chewbacca's in it. It's like, all right, I'll watch it. And that Wookiee's in the movie? He's the best. I like that the writer and artist kind of took some liberties here and there. I do appreciate seeing like slight differences and different adaptations, or like places where like this might work in a film, but it doesn't quite work in a comic. So let's add a little dialogue or a little text box in order to explain like this a bit better. It wasn't like so many liberties that they changed the story completely. No, it's still it's still pretty much the same beats. This kind of feels like I'm just reviewing the movie like 30 minutes at a time, but nothing's stopping me. Let's think of a rating. Well, okay, I guess I didn't really like a couple things. Some of the scenes just felt like really slow. Considering it's a comic, they can usually like do speed through a couple things like here and there. Most of those scenes involve just a lot of dialogue. Again, something they probably could have cut down from the movie. But I'm guessing that like maybe the movie wasn't quite long enough to fill however many issues they wanted to go with this, and like maybe this was the issue, or like these are just points to be like, well, we have to draw it out just a bit here because we already decided that we're going to end it when they go to Lightspeed. Also, we're using this scene with Jabba that was cut from the movie, but just draw him however you want. No need to consult with the creator or anyone else, by the way. Just do whatever. This will make money. Star Wars is in the title. For 6 Against the Galaxy, I'd probably give it a 6 against a 10. No, actually, it's better than that. I'd say it's an 8 out of 10, actually. Just had these parts that were kind of drawn out, that were like very quick in the movie too, which is weird, or things that weren't even in the movie, like that Jabba scene that was just kind of drawn out. But other than that, it was really enjoyable, and I enjoyed the Slocky stuff, like the tiny Imperial Death Stars. But if you don't like that stuff, it'd probably be maybe a 7 out of 10 instead. But I enjoy that stuff. It amuses me when I see that stuff. Just like, oh, these people don't know crap about this fictional universe that some guy just made up. And I know more about it than they do. But if that stuff bugs you, you'd probably rate it lower than me, but it doesn't bug me. Yeah, I guess that's it. Nothing else to say about this one. Except not enough Princess Leia. I don't know, I like Princess Leia. But her part gets better later, right? Now she's a princess in distress. Later she's a princess with a gun.